A Dallas priest, now a wanted man, months after he vanished amid claims of sexual abuse. Police have issued a warrant for his arrest. Cynthia, you have been following this case from the very beginning.
I sure have, John, and today a law enforcement source confirmed there is a warrant out for the arrest of former priest Edmundo Paredes for sexual assault of a child. This after Dallas police say a fourth victim of Paredes came forward directly to them. Last August, the Catholic Diocese of Dallas announced Paredes had been accused of sexually abusing 3 men when they were juveniles more than a decade ago. Now, these victims did not want to pursue criminal charges because they received a settlement. However, that announcement last August prompted another victim of suspect Paredes to come forward, thus sparking a criminal investigation and police issuing a warrant last week. Now, this follows months of investigating the longtime former pastor of this church, St. Cecilia's, here in Oak Cliff. And tonight I spoke with parishioners. Many of them ran away from us after choir practice this evening, saying church leaders asked them not to speak with the media. However, one parishioner did speak on camera. She didn't give us her name, but she says this entire situation is very sad.
Lo apreciábamos bastante y pues cuando supimos eso, pues como que mi corazón se fue hasta abajo. Pero es todo.
¿Usted cree las acusaciones?
Pues, ¿qué puedo decir? Que pues creo y no creo.
This investigation is difficult to follow, so here's a brief timeline. Church officials started investigating Paredes in May of 2017 when parish funds disappeared. He was suspended and removed from St. Cecilia the following month after admitting to that theft. Then in February of 2018, claims of sexual abuse were made and Paredes disappeared. The allegations weren't made public until 6 months later. The diocese said it had hired a private investigator to track Paredes down. They did not find him. They have deferred the investigation to Dallas police. And John, tonight I spoke with the diocese about this latest development, and they did issue this statement, quote, "The Diocese of Dallas has not been contacted by law enforcement confirming that an arrest warrant has been issued, but we welcome developments in the police investigation and appreciate and support any action that can help bring about justice and healing for the victims." In the meantime, Bishop Burns continues to encourage any victims of sexual abuse to come forward by going straight to police first and then to the church. Live in Dallas, Cynthia Izaguirre, Channel 8 News. John?
Cynthia, now before you go, did the private investigator ever actually go to the Philippines?
Yeah, we talked about that with the diocese tonight, and they said that they're not certain of that. But what they could tell us is that they did alert all hierarchy of the Catholic Church in the Philippines, alerting them about this potential predator. Edmundo Paredes is originally from the Philippines, and investigators say he could very well be there tonight. John, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Cynthia, reporting that tragic story.